My opinion on Spurs without Harry Kane is that they'll be better without Harry Kane in the short term and in the long term, because I think it's been such a long saga. And when you think about it, I was like, maybe Harry Kane should be staying in the Premier League. Maybe Harry Kane should be waiting a year and having the freedom to go where he wants to go, whether that's Manchester United or Chelsea or whatever. But when you look at it, it's a very selfless, whether by design or not, it's a very selfless decision. Because if he waits a year, he makes a lot more money for himself and he can stay in the Premier League. But Spurs, his Spurs, that he's a legend of and an all-time top goal scorer of, they get no money. So he's gone to Bayern Munich. Spurs pocket, what, 80, 90, 100 million pounds? I don't know the exact figures. And they get to rebuild. This is the best scenario for Spurs. How are they going to cope with Harry Kane? How did Barcelona cope without Messi? You know, how did Man United cope without Ronaldo when he left? He is that level of a player for Spurs, contextually. So they're going to miss Harry Kane. I think he deserved a Premier League winners medal for scoring 28 goals last season in that Spurs side. It was remarkable. But this is the right time. This is the right time. Harry Kane's done the right thing, and Spurs are going to pocket some money. So I don't think Spurs need to lament or fear the future without Harry Kane. Change needs to be embraced. This was always going to happen, and he was going to go for nothing in a year's time. So Spurs fans need to embrace this. They can't look backwards because it was the right time for Harry Kane to go. They need to invest that money properly. But I think that with a new manager, and let's not forget, they've had Mourinho, Conte, Nunez, who were very defensive managers. And they've got this new manager who comes in with a completely different style of football, which is more akin to what Spurs traditionally do play. They're normally an attractive side, regardless of when they're winning trophies. And they've got some money. And it's a clean new page. It's a new start for Spurs. And I think the biggest mistake they can make is start looking backwards, because keeping Harry Kane was never an option. And he's gone at the right time to provide you with the maximum financial input that was possible. Do I think Richarlison's the answer? I don't know, but I actually think Richarlison last season didn't really show what he was all about, because he was always a sub, really. You had Kulusevski, Son and Kane. Now he's the main man. Give him a chance. Nobody will fill the boots of Harry Kane. The challenge for Spurs is to build a new future. And that's not going to happen overnight. I don't personally think Spurs get in the top 8 this season because it's so competitive. But if they do, I think that's a great new start for Spurs. So I think Spurs fans need to embrace this. I know they've got problems and concerns about the ownership, but I actually think that with Harry Kane, it's the right time. It's the right time for him to go, and it's the right time for Spurs to take the maximum out of a situation that could only have been worse.